Wow, Tucker Carlson is out. The news came in this morning that Tucker Carlson, the guy that was flying his ship at Fox News, is no longer even on board. He ain't get demoted, he got kicked out. Well, they said that they decided to part ways. It's funny, Don Lemon got fired. Tucker was parting ways. So we don't really know what's going on here. Seems a little different type of termination agreement that was done with Tucker Carlson. Some say Tucker Carlson was fired by Rupert Murdoch himself. And it has something to do with all the money that the lawsuits have racked up. The Dominion lawsuit that was $1.6 billion that settled for $787 million. You know, that lawsuit where Tucker Carlson has text messages where he says he didn't really believe Donald Trump is right about the election being stolen, but he went on air and said it anyway. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. After all, Tucker Carlson wasn't the only Fox News host who said things about stop the steal. So did Sean Hannity, so did Laura Ingraham. Some say that Tucker Carlson got cut because of this lawsuit, but Abby Grossberg, who used to be his showrunner, his producer, and she alleges that Tucker Carlson was misogynist, sexist, and discriminatory. That's it. Everything except sexual harassment. It still boggles the mind that Fox News would get rid of their guy. The number one guy. For a moment there, I thought maybe Trump did it. Trump's going to run in 2024. And he's like, look, if you want my business, give it to Tucker. Because I don't like what he said about me in those texts. But Hannity said things, so did Laura Ingraham. So what does it all mean? Guys, it beats me. No one really knows until it all comes out. But this is what I do know. There's been a whole lot of progressive people, or people that said they are progressive, who have been really upset about this. I had people come at me directly because I don't give a damn about Tucker getting fired. And they're like, you should be upset about it. Tucker's great. Tucker's against the wars. And Tucker doesn't like banks. And Tucker. You know what? Fuck Tucker. Tucker gives me all the reasons in the world not to like Tucker Carlson. I don't care if you're a favorite progressive, libertarian, left-leaning podcaster turned commentator, whatever your flavor of the month is. I don't like him. Okay? I don't like Tucker's politics because Tucker politics has always been detrimental to black people. When he's talking about we're losing the country, when he used to come on the show and scare everybody, he's scaring white people who go out and get guns and shoot black people. Tucker's been serving a nonstop buffet of fear to a bunch of pissed off white people who are mad that their money ain't adding up and that black people keep showing up and brown people keep showing up, gay people keep showing up. Tucker's been giving them a steady diet, and if that's not a problem for you, that's probably because you're not part of that crew. It seems like you guys don't give a shit what Tucker did to us, as long as he mentions Julian Assange's name every once in a while, throws you a bone and says Syria invasion was wrong, or complains about Ukraine spending. You can give a shit about his long trajectory, his long history of throwing black people under the bus, putting BLM up next to Nazism as if they're anything remotely similar. Yeah, I don't like the BLM organization either, but to pretend that that is more detrimental to America than Nazism or the KKK, that's your Tucker, you know. So yeah, Tucker is out at Fox News, and no one should cry a river about it. In fact, no one should be happy, and no one should be relaxing, because Tucker Carlson, unlike Don Lemon, is a major political player in this country. That means that Tucker Carlson could go anywhere and still have his name brand and still be just as influential as he was with Fox. In fact, Tucker may be more influential. Yeah, Tucker can easily go to the Daily Wire, go to Newsmax, and just go and create the Tucker Network. It's horrible. As lowly as I see Tucker Carlson's politics, let's be very clear here. Tucker Carlson used to work for CNN and MSNBC. Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon both at one time worked for the same employer. How's that sit with you? That's why I try to tell you independent media is the way to go. I may disagree with some of my independent colleagues, but at least I feel that the ones that I rock with do it because they mean it. They mean what they say. They're not taking talking points from Tucker Carlson and dancing them up and changing the words around. Now that Tucker and Don Lemon are gone, maybe it's time for you to change up your lineup. Put more independent media in your lineup. Or maybe you just cut off politics altogether. That's also an option. Because if you ever bought into Tuckerism or Don Lemonism, you may not need to be watching politics. Because you missed the boat for the ocean. Jesus. Tucker was dangerous. Don Lemon was annoying. Subscribe to this channel if you believe that Tucker and Don getting the axe, it's a good thing, not a bad thing. If you think it's a bad thing, watching me ain't gonna do nothing but raise your blood pressure.